Northern countries are rich and southern countries are poor. This is a common statement known all over the world. In other words, North-South problem. To start with, what is Global North and Global South? Global North consists from developed world, for instance, United States, Canada, Europe, and Japan. In contrast, Global South stands for developing world, for example, Africa, Latin America, and developing Asia, including Middle East. As you got the idea of Global North and Global South, now we would like to briefly explain what North-South problem is. The definition for this problem is a problem caused by the inequality of food and economic between the North and South world. Although 80% of the population concentrate in developing country, which stands for South world, because they do not have enough food, many people die from it. However, as developed countries are wealthy, they have plenty of foods. Then, why did the inequality of these two groups spread? The economic inequality spread because of the unfair forms of trade. Although the products sold by developing countries are primary products, which are cheap, products from developed countries are expensive industrial products. Thus, they drop behind industrialization and the productivity also fell.
Do you know the meaning of GNP? GNP is a gross national product, which is the sum of the added value of goods and services produced by a citizen in a certain period of time. In the data of 1990, it says that the Northern Hemisphere countries account for 83.5% of the world's GNP. The population of the Northern Hemisphere is only 40.5% of the world population. On the other hand, the Southern Hemisphere GNP accounting for 77.5% of the world population is 16.5%. When African and Asian countries were colonies, they have supplied various things to developed countries. For example, food and industrial raw materials, energy sources, etc. After the end of World War II, many Asian and African countries made independence. However, economic system did not change significantly. In response, the countries of the Southern Hemisphere collaborated to raise the crude oil price, and developed countries are subject to major damage. Therefore, the United States, Britain, France, Germany, Italy, Canada, Japan have been holding a summit every year since 1975 to cooperate in economic and international politics. Recently, industrialized countries seek cheap labor and transfer factories to the south. As a result, industries for export have developed and polarization is proceeding between countries that have become somewhat rich among the southern countries and extremely poor countries. This is called South-South problem, and it's a new problem.
As you know from our description of the history of North-South divide, the main cause of it is capitalism. The more world is globalized, the more gap between haves and have-nots is becoming widened. In addition to economic inequality, political gaps are the serious problems. Oliver Schauer Franks, founder of Lyes Banking Group, said that the main issue now is North-South divide in 1985. After that, North-South divide is gradually containing a change of the order of international financial institution, not only economic assistance. There is United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD, for discussing North-South divide. In connection with the conference, there is a group consisted of developing countries called G77. They request correction for the gap in 1971. Declaration on Establishment of a New International Economic Order, NIEO, was adopted in 1974. Pressure from South against North became huge. However, new problems about resources and debts are emerging now. By late 80th, sustainable development became the main purpose of people who engage in this problem. In our opinion, we have to find a new solution in the fast-changing period, considering more about traditions and rights more than technology is important, because there is an image that West is better than East and North is better than South, or white is better than black, or whatever. To make more equal world, we have to break the images and reconstruct it. We have to respect each other, whatever the blood they have in the modern world.